Cardinals, and welcome to another one.
Another year at the Spalding Hoophall Classic here at Springfield College. The year 2025, we're so happy to be back once more as I am Ciro Zanetti, joined by the one, the only,
Tony Petaway.
And that is that. We are here for a great matchup between the Holyoke High School Purple Knights and the Pope Francis Prep Cardinals. Tony, we were able to earlier call a game between the Crusaders and the Golden Eagles where Connecticut took home the W. That was a fun game to the nines. It was definitely a unfortunate loss for the Eagles as they had some great momentum. But Tony, what did you think of that game?
Well, we went into extra time and a post game, and unsuccessful, as you mentioned, for the Lady Golden Eagles in that one. But you have to make those free throws.
I know, Tony.
10,
it's free for a reason.
And you missed 8 of the 10. That's not a good shooting percentage.
That's a lot of opportunities that it's sad to see them not capitalize on, because that's the name of the game. You want to be able to capitalize on any opportunity that benefits you. And hopefully for this game, we do not see the unforgiven, I meant to say the dreaded return of free throws being bricked.
And we're getting the starting lineups together. Number 3.
Sam Brigham for Pope Francis will be starting as well. We've got
Jackson
22, Edwards. And then 23,
number
Sam Mayfield.
And number 30.
Jackson Maurer.
And rounding out your starting lineup this evening, number 33 in your program, and Cyril will give you the Pope Francis starting lineup.
We have number 3, Sam Brigham, number 22, Jackson Edwards, number 23, Sam Mayfield, number 30, Jackson Maurer, and number 33, Ryan Bedovelli. So for both teams, it will be a great way to start this weekend off for some men's action here at Focus Springfield. This is the first men's game that we have covered, and it's really cool. We talked about it briefly, but we've got Holyoke and Springfield. You and I are familiar with both cities, so we get to watch a fun game and hopefully get to enjoy some great high school basketball.
Absolutely. As you know, Holyoke boasting a record of 8-0, as does the Cardinals on this evening. Someone will emerge victorious, and someone will catch the L. The question of this evening is... Someone let an owl in here.
Where's the owl? Well, yeah, both undefeated in a game like this. This is where you kind of test the waters, and we'll see how this pans out for both teams. We've got Mayfield, and then we've got Ruiz for the jump ball for both teams.
And your starting lineups for the Holyoke High School Purple Knights: number 1, Jacob Anduar; number 5, Aiden Cabrera; 0, Calvin Godbold; number 2, Jordan King Perilli. And rounding out your starting 5, number 15, Chauncey Ruiz.
Thank you, Tony, for those starting lineups. Starting things off for Pope Francis was number 23, Sam Mayfield, getting things going for Pope Francis. But now for Holyoke, we were able to see number 2, Jordan King Perilli, get things going for the Knights. Pope Francis looks to get the ball back into the basket, and now for them is Brigham. Brigham at the top of the key. That's to Maurer. Now it's on the corner. It's Mayfield. Mayfield to the top of the key to Brigham. Brigham to 22, Jackson Edwards. Edwards to the paint. Back out, and there it is to Sam Mayfield for the bucket off the glass and for 2. It's a great start for Pope Francis, and it's a better start for Sam Mayfield as he has both buckets for the team.
A.K.A. Boom Shakalaka.
Boom Shakalaka. You said it, Tony. Right now for Holyoke is Cabrera. Dishes it into the paint. Pumps. Tries to draw the foul. The ball is stripped. Pope Francis gets it. It was Ruiz on the attempt. Now on the outlet pass across the court. Jams it down, baby. Sam Mayfield. You said it. Boom shakalaka from Sam Mayfield. 6 points for him. 6 points for Pope Francis. Now it's Andujar. Spins out now to the corner. Swinging it, and they call a travel. That will be on number 2, or I'm not sure who that is on our program, actually. Jordan King Perilli was called for the travel.
Boy, the pressure's intense already as they draw.
Turnovers, yeah. It's crazy. It's a great game to start off like this. 6 minutes in, we've got 8 points already 4 total in the game. Now back to it. We have Mayfield swinging, goes around to the corner. Hand off to Brigham. Brigham on the wing, swings it to the top. It's Maurer. Maurer to the corner, stolen. Now they're able to get it onto the other end. Off the glass, no good. Put back good from King Perilli. That's going to be a great play for Holyoke to keep them alive in this fast-paced matchup right now.
This first action of play is brought to you by our good friends at Morgan Stanley.
It's always great to have sponsors here at the Hoophall Classic. This year is nothing like the other, no different than the others. Deflection from the Purple Knights, and a foul is drawn. That'll be great hustling, paying off a great possession for the team. Your score 6-4, Tony. We've got 10 points already in this fast-paced game. What are you doing if you're the Holyoke Knights to get this on your end of things?
I would do exactly what they're doing. Spread the floor, let the guards be guards. Let the guards guard.
I agree, absolutely. Spread the
floor.
Ball
handler.
Move it going.
Set the play
Get
up.
it going for sure, yeah.
Work your offense as you got the high screen. Go into your shooters. Great ball movement.
They set up a good
You want
play.
a better shot than that.
As you say, though, they were able to have the ball movement to set up an opening. They were able to take the shot, unfortunately not able to capitalize. Now it is Jackson Maurer with it. Swings it back to the key. It's Brigham.
Brigham over 1,000 points already.
There you go. Yeah, that's a big feat for the Pope Francis Jr. And now for Pope Francis, it's Jackson Edwards. Put it in for 2. That's his first bucket of the game. 8-4 your score now, Tony.
Is that the boom of the boom shakalaka?
That's the boom, and then we got the shakalaka from Mayfield. And Duhar has it. He's going to step back, pumps, swings it out. And now it's Godbolt. Godbolt at the top of the key, elusive. Pulls up at the elbow. Beautiful shot. Dagger for 2. It's only a 2-point game now for Pope Francis. So they're definitely going to want to take this possession very, very wisely. Here's Brigham. Swings it out. Now at the top is Edwards. Edwards gets Vettovelli the ball, and he's going to drive. Takes it all the way. No good. It's going to be Holyoke Knights ball after the foul is called offensively.
Great call by the official there,
Agreed.
Derek Murphy. He's joined by David Hastings and Matt Bardsley.
Shout out to the referees.
Shout out to the
Wonderful
handsomely
officials.
dressed in the zebra stripes with
The
the
zebra
matching
stripes.
Hager slacks.
Yep, there you go. All matching. For the Knights now, it will be, Andujar bringing things down, and now it's Ruiz swinging it back out to Cabrera.
There it is.
And beautiful shot put up by Jordan King Perilli, who he's keeping it going in the bucket, or in the paint, as that is his 6th point tonight, and it's his 3rd basket in the paint. So it's definitely got his signature down. And now for Pope Francis. They look to score, but the possession is stripped as Holyoke has it on the other end of things now. They swing it to the top, far deep into the paint now, back to the corner to push, back to the corner again, to the wing.
Love the ball movement by Holyoke
Great
at
ball
this point.
movement. The shot is up and no good. That was Cabrera to set it up. And now for Pope Francis, they're going to slow things down with Jackson Maurer bringing it down off the rebound. He pulls up for the floater, gets it to go for 2, and that's a pretty shot right there.
Very nice, fundamentally sound. He squared up, nice release, and follow through. That's
very
what you want.
fundamentally sound. You get that lead back, and that's an easy bucket. Now for Holyoke, it's Cabrera using the screen. Ruiz doesn't roll. Now he sends it to Andujar on the wing using the screen again, and now it's stripped. It's Brigham on the other end. Gets stripped! That was a great play from Andujar to show that he didn't give up, but Pope Francis able to get it back in.
Great
as
heady,
Vettovelli gets it in for
great
him.
heady move there to get back and get him on the way up and not draw a foul, personal foul at that
Absolutely. Vettovelli sticking with it, getting his first basket of the night, and putting Pope Francis in a nice position at 12-8 being your score with 2:30 to go in the first quarter, Tony.
Today's game is brought to you by our good friends at Panini.
Panini, get some basketball cards.
Spalding, the official game ball of the Hoophall Classic 2025. We've been doing this quite some time.
We have, Tony. I mean, I want to say 2021 might have been our first year. it might have been that. It could have even been 2019. It was one of those. It was either the first year before COVID or the first year after. And since then, we've been a great duo together with some awesome chemistry that enjoy the city of Springfield and the game of basketball. Back to the action. Vetavelli's shot is no good, and on the rebound is Calvin Godbolt for Holyoke. He brings it down, gets it around to Andujar, and now in the paint is Chauncey Ruiz for two. 2-point game now for Pope Francis. They're going to want to capitalize here, not give up anything or allow a turnover to take place.
As we pan around the crowd, and got an empty seat to be had in this one, standing room up top in the
no
balcony.
seat to be found. You got to watch from the side if you want to get in here now. So it's great to see a packed attendance, as Tony let us know. And also, I mean, it's louder. It's louder for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely
There's
getting
definitely game time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you feel it. You definitely feel it.
100%. And now for Pope Francis, they will get the inbound. Mayfield kicks it out to Maurer. And now back to the paint is Vetavelli. Vetavelli, nice pump up and good for two. He's just playing it classically and getting it down fundamentally. There's another bucket for him. That's 4 points for Vetavelli, and now 14-10, Pope Francis.
Not overdoing it.
Not overdoing
taking
it.
what the defense allows.
Absolutely. What was a good drive for Holyoke by Aiden Cabrera was an even better draw, as he's going to the line for two on a good shooting foul draw.
I love the action thus far at Zero. Both are getting at it on both ends. So they're on the floor, as we can see the moisture being reduced by the students here. I'd like to thank our gracious hosts at Springfield College.
Underrated job. You know, they're not underappreciated. You know, it's important to clean up that sweat and all that stuff, because you do not want a twisted ankle. And it's serious. I'm not kidding, you know.
Yes, and we'd like to thank Springfield College for being a gracious host, and we'd ask you to join the movement with a career in sport, as they offer the science of sport, the business of sport, the teaching of sport, the medicine of sport, and the psychology of sport.
You said it. And for the Knights, it was Aiden Cabrera getting both free throws to go. Vetavelli on the other end gets it to go once more. 6 points for Vetavelli. 16-12 now your score for Pope Francis, as they increase the score once more. Now for Holyoke is Cabrera. He's going to dash past Chauncey, go to the basket, finds it again. Chauncey Ruiz with it, pumps, puts up an attempt, but it goes out of bounds. It remains Holyoke ball off of the deflection. They're going to inbound, and it will be Cabrera.
Station identification, Focus Springfield Community Access Television, Channel 12, 15, and 17.
There you go, or YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube, let us know in the comments. Say hi. I love seeing any type of comments and just knowing that you guys are watching. It's a lot of fun doing this, but it's even cooler to know that it's appreciated. Back to the action here for the Knights. They're looking to get back into it, as they are down 4 points. They did have a nice possession couple possessions ago, but now they're looking to get back into it, as Vetavelli on the other end going coast to coast, dishes to the corner, no good, as he didn't hit his man quite where he wanted to.
Just a little bit too much mustard for that hot dog.
I agree. Just too much. There you go. And as the Knights now have it with less than 24 seconds to go in this quarter, we'll see how they put up their shot attempt. Shakes him, pulls up for three, gets it to go. Count it. For the Holyoke Purple Knights, it's Aiden Cabrera with another basket. That's 5 points for him. Vetavelli with it now, pulls up before the buzzer sounds, can't get it to go, but draws the foul. That's a good draw, and now they have an opportunity to increase this lead by more than 1 point.
The three-point attempt, Curry-like.
Yeah, that was
way
a
out
great
beyond
shot.
the maroon, the white, and black stripes.
I'm with you, Tony. That was a great shot from Aiden Cabrera. He pulls up with confidence after making his opponent shift a little bit. Vetavelli advances the lead to 2 points, and now that will be point number 7 for him, as he has been having a game.
Yes, the H in hesitation was silent.
Seriously, yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. That shot no good. To get a shot off last minute, not able to. Pope Francis ends the quarter at 17 points to Holyoke's 15. It was a pretty darn good first start, as the high-paced offense of both teams was working. Not only were they putting up a lot of shots, but Tony, they were making a lot of shots, and that's exactly what you want to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor.
Our title sponsor.
And the Army National Guard. I got an opportunity to talk with Sergeant First Class Harper and Sergeant First Class Ortiz, who are here on location, making available opportunities for young people who would like to join the service and possibly have a career at doing that, and an option on paying for school. So we'd like to thank them.
It's a very fortunate opportunity that I think many people can totally capitalize on. And just all it takes is reading into it to see if it's something that not only benefits you, but piques your interest, you know?
Absolutely. Today's game is also brought to you by our good friends at the Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm going to go to you and give us a little insight on what happens down there at the Museum of Most.
For any basketball fan, if you are in the Springfield area, it would always be beneficial to you to check out the Basketball Hall of Fame, the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, currently showcasing the Vault exhibit, which has more than 70 never-before-seen artifacts from the Boston Celtics, Tony. Now back to the court. We do have the Knights starting the second quarter off, 17-15 your score. Pope Francis leading. Ball goes out of bounds, but they will get it back as it was tipped. And now inbounding will be Andujar. Andujar finds Cabrera as he sends it to the other side, and they will restart. Cabrera crosses, hands it off, and now Godbolt has it himself. Pulls up for three, can't get it to go. The rebound is good from Jackson Edwards as he hands it off to Davis, coming off the bench. You said that he's someone to look after, so we'll see how Davis does play for Pope Francis. But we definitely like seeing teams substitute players and get a rotational aspect. We'll see how this works for them. Vettavelli posted up in the paint. They don't find him right now. It's back to Davis. Davis to the corner. It's Henry. Henry now to number 3, Sam Brigham. Brigham to swing it. It's Edwards. Edwards to drive. Not able to get it to go. Pope Francis hauls in the board. It's number 11, Josh Henry. Henry in the corner to Vettavelli for 3. Can't get it to go. And number 5, Aiden Cabrera pulls in the board for Holyoke. And a great way for him to set up a slow opportunity offensively for Holyoke.
I love the guard play.
I love it too. I really do. They're very elusive. They set up the drive. Doesn't get the foul call, but that's what you want to do if you're going to drive. You drive just like that. They got to get on the other end as he is doing. And although they weren't able to score, it's still a decent possession. For Pope Francis, it is going to be number 3, Sam Brigham. Brigham puts up a shot. Can't get it to go. And it's Ruiz with the board. Handed it to Cabrera. He gets it to Godbolt. Godbolt to cross. Loses possession. Fumbles it a little. Goes out of bounds. And now they'll get possession.
Chauncey, named after Chauncey Billups.
Yes, brand new Hall of Famer, Chauncey Billups. I mean, big shot, Mr. Big Shot from the Detroit Pistons, 2003 NBA Finals champion. Great person to be named after. And now for the Knights, it's Andujar who puts up the shot and gets it to go. And just like that, tie game.
Hey.
Just like that.
Talking Andujar here, he holds a 3.7 GPA while being a part of the student council.
That's some great stuff to hear. It's always great to not only be an athlete, but to be a successful student athlete. We always encourage that, and shout out to him. For the Knights, they get the board off of the miss. Godbolt swings it up top to Cabrera. Cabrera jab fakes, has the screen attempt, but doesn't use it. Sees it now, Ruiz rolls, doesn't get the pass. Vettavelli saves it, and now it's Brigham. Great effort from Vettavelli. Brigham to slow the roll and set something up. Hands it off to Maurer. Maurer spin, holds on to it, finds Vettavelli in the corner for 3. Count it! 20-17 your score as Pope Francis gets another 3 and Vettavelli gets another basket. That's 10 for him, Tony.
Looking good so far. I love the ball movement for both of these teams.
Absolutely.
But as you saw there, nice uncontested shot.
Great shot.
He's able to set up, get his feet squared apart, launches it.
He's been structured very well offensively, as all of his attempts are really fundamentally sound things, whether it's free throws, open threes, or great put together floaters. So he's definitely got a nice arsenal, and we're seeing that on full display tonight. 20-17 your score during this time out with 5 minutes and 26 to go, Tony. Tony, if you are Holyoke, what are you doing right now to get this momentum in your way? Because you haven't fully changed the tides yet. Pope Francis is still kind of toying with that lead.
What I see at this particular point, the advantage goes to the larger team in terms of second opportunities.
You're right.
They're big in the trees. They're big there in the post.
Absolutely.
But still fight. The feistiness, it's the fight in the dog. Not, you know.
I agree, and they also are doing a good job at setting up the right attempts. You just got to make it. That's all it is.
That's it.
That's all
They'll
it is.
fall.
And that happens with practice and more and more attempts. We all know that.
Well, as I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Maldonado, I asked him, listen, if you were to describe this team, he said, pardon the expression, it's purely complimentary. I have some dogs.
Yeah, some dogs.
Roof. I got some dogs.
I would want to be playing for Coach Maldonado.
Absolutely.
I want a coach that is confident in his players and thinks of them as some dogs. I like that. Here's Cabrera now at the top of the key, finding Godbolt on the wing. Deep out, doesn't use Ruiz's pick. Instead, dishes it to him on the wing. And Ruiz is a big guy. It's cool seeing him mobile up top, but you definitely want to get him in the paint. But now for Francis is Vetavelli, up for two, off the glass, smooth like butter. 12 points for Vetavelli, and your score now 22-17, Pope Francis lead.
I love the mid-air maneuvering and the
Seriously,
contorting.
he was able to bring the ball around.
Bring it right around from his left to right.
Great
Nice
poetry
curl.
in motion. It's great. It really is. And now it's Ruiz kicking it out to Cabrera. Cabrera guarded by Brigham. Cabrera used the screen partially, now takes it for himself. A beautiful finger roll. That was magical. So beautiful and pretty with that nice finger roll. 22-19 your score now, and Cabrera has 7 of his own.
Love the setup with the crossover.
I do too. I mean, he created space completely.
And I can finger roll.
He can finger roll. And now for Holyoke on the other end once more. Off the glass, in for 2 is Jordan King Parilli. They're getting it going. And that's what he's talking about when he says he's got some dogs.
Ooh.
These guys are putting up some nice plays. And now back to it is Pope Francis in the paint. Pumping, going up, ducking, no good. On the board is Maurer. Maurer puts it up off the glass, in for 2. 24-21 your score. 3-point deficit for Holyoke as Cabrera slowly brings the ball across, gets it to Ruiz. Ruiz bounces back, miscommunication. That's going to be a turnover, and that happens. That happens.
It happens.
That's the game.
Keep playing the game.
Exactly.
This second quarter brought to you by our good friends at Gatorade, the official soft drink of the Hoophall Classic and supporters of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Rejuvenate yourself, re-get those electrolytes. And also, one thing to mention, Tony, is we have a lot of points being put on the board right now. I mean, we are all already past 40 points total in the second quarter. So this is a nice, fun, fast-paced game. And I truly am enjoying it. Now Cabrera uses the screen from Ruiz, pulls up deep for 3, can't get it to go. Holyoke tries to get the board. Instead, it's Noah Davis, who off the bench has had a pretty nice presence felt. Davis brings it down, kicks it out to Maurer. Maurer double-teamed, finds his man open. It's Edwards. Now he gives it back to Davis, who tries to drive but can't finish. And the Knights bring in a board thanks to Cameron Teresa.
Yeah, as you spoke a little earlier, Jordan King of Pirelli, is related to Holyoke legend J.J. King. An outstanding ball player in his time. And as we talk nostalgic, looking in the crowd, I see Ramon Cosme, Holyoke Hooper and Cager in his own right, a Lahovic winner as well. I love this. I love the hometown feel.
It's the best,
well-wishers.
It's so cool to see familiar faces all competing against each other. It really is, or rooting against each other. And now the Knights get a basket attempt but can't capitalize. It was a good setup, but now Vetavelli looks to apply pressure offensively. Here's Brigham putting it in for 2. Brigham on. There it is, 26 points for Pope Francis. 2, Holyoke's 21. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Knights look to get back on board. And now it's Godbolt crossing right, driving. Beautiful Pitch to the corner, now to the wing. Shot off the mark. Vettavelli outlet pass to Brigham. Brigham on the other end of things. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul, Tony. Beautiful setup, fast pace. Electricity is here for sure, Tony.
Great basketball being
Great
had by
basketball.
all.
Absolutely.
Great heads-up play to contort and draw the foul, as you mentioned.
I love to see the tenacity that we both outline a lot, but more importantly, I love seeing plays go length to length, full court plays. It's always cool to see that coast-to-coast action. And to capitalize and set up this free throw opportunity is not only a great IQ play from Sam Brigham, it is a safe play for him, as now he has 3 points, hoping to get another free bucket on the board.
Good transition basketball.
100%. He gets both to go. He now has 4 points in tonight's outing. 28-21 your score here, as they're going to slow it down real quick, find out what it is they want to do to get the ball across the court. They find their man easily, just like that, diving in, Jordan King-Parilli. And I mean, that's a great setup. He did that with ease. The length is there. He's very lanky, able to get from 1 point to another point so quickly. And now for Pope Francis, the roll is used in the wing. The shot is up, no good. They can't get the board. It's now Cabrera on the other end of things, crossing. Vettavelli tipping it, sending it back as Godbolt, putting it up for 2. Get it to go. 25-28 your score now, 3-point lead for Pope Francis with just over 1:20 to go here in the first half, Tony. This is a great ball game. It's Vettavelli using the screen, and now he gives it back out to Davis. Davis to Brigham. Brigham throws it out, but it gets tipped, so it will be their ball again.
This is everything that was advertised. It's going to be close.
8-0, 8-0.
In your face.
If you were to tell me these two are undefeated, I believe you.
I don't care what your name is. This is where the basketball competition is.
I'm here.
Lace them up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm with you, Tony. This is a great game. Two fantastic teams starting things off. I'm having a blast. Brigham hits Vettavelli with the pump. Vettavelli just outside the line. No good, or inside is what I meant to say. Cabrera board. Now with under a minute, the Knights want to get back in it. Nice pass, but can't hold on to it. A little too much pepper on that. And now going out of bounds will be Pope Francis ball. And on the inbound is Jackson Edwards.
We're under a minute left in this second.
With a 3-point lead, too. So it's a close game, Tony.
Loving every minute of it.
Agreed. Vettavelli now sees the pick, fakes, uses it, now gives it out to Davis. Davis back out into the corner. Henry to the paint. Nice dish out, not able to get the putback to go. It does go out of bounds, and it's going to remain Pope Francis ball. But Henry doing a good job at sticking with it for Pope Francis and setting up a putback attempt. That gets deflected, and now they get another opportunity to score. Vettavelli on the inbound. He hits it back out, and it's Henry. Henry pumping, swinging out to Brigham. Brigham. Last second shot attempt, no good. Cabrera rebound. Looks over, decides to slow it down a little instead of a fast-paced turnaround. Gives it to Godbolt. Godbolt fastly decides to drive, spin around, pass out, and now it's Parilli. Parilli back out now to Andujar, who swings it to the corner to Cabrera for 3. Count it! Smooth, just like that.
Basket.
Cabrera ties things up to end the half, Tony. Dog. Roof. Ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap things up for the first half. 28-28 your score. Pope Francis and Holyoke is putting on a clinic. You're tuned in to Focus Springfield. This is Ciro Zanetti, joined by the one, the only
Tony Pettaway. And we'd like to give a couple shout-outs to our crew on this evening. The director for this game is Josue Vasquez. The camera operators Jabari Brown is joined by Bobby Markham and assisted by George Anderson and Darius Johnson.
Thank you to all. We wouldn't be here without you, and we will be back shortly.
And we're back. The first half, as advertised, was a pure demonstration of basketball fundamentals at its absolute best.
Wonderful basketball. Better way to put it. No better way to put it, Tony. I mean, that was fundamentally an incredible half. Both teams putting on a great performance. Pope Francis manning a great lead throughout the first half until the last sequence as Holyoke put up an incredible 3 to not only tie things, but to end the quarter, Tony, end the half with confidence.
You know what I like about the play? It wasn't a dunk fest.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
really
an all-star
no.
game.
No.
Folks are playing true defense.
Absolutely.
On both ends. Every shot's contested that could be.
Every shot's
within
contested.
Range.
It's great basketball, Tony. We can't complain here at Focus Springfield. And at Springfield College, starting things off, it's Sam Brigham once more, getting a basket. Number 3 has 7 points now, and Pope Francis starts the quarter off, I should say half off, with a 3. 31-28 your score now. It's Cabrera starting things off for Holyoke, swinging it out, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. I believe it's going to be called on Holyoke, so that will be a turnover. Yep, that will be a turnover on Holyoke, and Pope Francis gets the ball back.
Yeah, charge to Ruiz. It's very physical down there. The
It's a big guy.
physicality of both these teams.
Yes.
And you look at the lineups. I mean, you have 2
They're tall.
trees.
Two trees.
Two. Planted by the water, and thou shall not be moved.
No, nothing is moving, absolutely, Tony, unless the foul is called. And there may be some flopping, who knows? But these are very big men. And now for Pope Francis, they are looking to get back on the board. Maurer gets it to Brigham, and Brigham takes the shot. No good. On the rebound is Andujar. He's going to slow it down and bring it down for Holyoke.
For those of you just joining us at home, in purple, that's right, is the Holyoke Purple Knights, and, of course, in the white on this evening, Pope Francis. Nice.
Beautiful, meticulous drive from Sam Brigham. Off the glass, in for 2. That's 9 points for him. And yes, Pope Francis in white, Holyoke in purple if you are just now tuning in. Holyoke down at 28 points. Cabrera gets the 3 to go. That's a dagger, Tony.
He shot that one from the Paper City.
From the Paper City itself is Aiden Cabrera with another 3-pointer. I mean, he has been the story today. 13 points. Foul called on Holyoke's own number 2, Jordan King Parilli. And that's going to be not to the liking of the crowd.
Palm.
Yeah,
check
the ball for his palm. Let's see. Or check his hand. See how red it is.
Oh, yeah.
Vadavelli will be at the line. And as I mentioned a lot in the first half, he had a great start, Tony. 12 points, make it 13 now. And fundamentally sound. Great floater early on and a couple great threes.
Love the play.
Me too.
Love the play.
Second free throw attempt is good. 35-31, your updated score here in the third quarter. Cabrera has it as he has 13 of his own, Tony. He's been shooting the 3 ball tremendously from beyond the arc. Deeply beyond the arc, too, not just for fun. There is another shot attempt, no good. It was a good look, but Andujar can't get it to go as now Maurer has it for Pope Francis. Maurer's going to slow it down and get it to Vadavelli. Vadavelli now back to Brigham. Brigham using the screen to roll. Pulls up for 2, can't get it, and now it's Cabrera on the board for Holyoke.
Oh, nice lead pass.
Beautiful pass to set up an attempt, no good. Rebound back to Holyoke. Great effort. That's going to be a jump ball. And that's great tenacity, great energy to stick with it. You don't give up, Tony. You dribble or you lose the ball, you go after the ball. You miss the ball or you miss the shot, you go after the ball. And that's what these guys are doing today.
Let's hear it for the hustle.
Let's hear it for the hustle, Tony. And now Holyoke gets it back as it absolutely works in their favor. They're on the inbound. It's Andujar looking to find an opening. Throws it up deep to the top of the key to Cabrera. Cabrera with the 3 attempt. Count it! That's another nasty 3 from Cabrera.
No hesitation there. Silent
Dog.
H.
Dog. 16 points for Cabrera. Vadavelli off the glass. No good. Offensive foul. Great. Or will they call it defense?
There it is.
Waiting for what the officials say on this possession. I mean, this is just a great way to start off. Or I'm not even going to say start off the half. This is a great way to continue this game. You know what I mean? There was already a great game. And they're going to give Pope Francis the benefit of the doubt as they say Vadavelli draws the foul. And now he goes to the line with another opportunity to increase that lead. Difficult call as the crowd doesn't seem to be very...
Yeah, we have a very seasoned group of guys.
For sure.
with Derek Murphy and David Hastings
For sure.
and Matt Bardsley. We've
That
been
first
doing this for
attempt,
some
no
time
good for Vetavelli.
with the conference there.
The second one is good. Score now 36-34, 2-point lead for Pope Francis. Wasn't able to get both, but hey, you're able to get one. That's some type of capitalization. Now Ruiz has it. Beautiful bounce pass attempt, but it just wasn't right where it needed to be. But he's bailed out as it is a kickball violation off of the feet of Sam Mayfield. It's going to be Holyoke ball. And now we'll have Andujar inbound for them. Andujar on the baseline, looking to find an open man. Swings it out to the top of the key. Now back to Cabrera it is. Cabrera to King Parilli, no good. It's Edwards who gets the steal. Slowing it down is Maurer on the other side of things. Back to Vetavelli. Vetavelli pull up, nice pass, find in the paint. Off the glass, no good. Put back attempt now from Edwards, no good. Holyoke has it on the other side of things. It's King Parilli to Godbolt. Godbolt for three. Can't get it to go. Put back attempt from Chauncey Ruiz is good. And now Pope Francis has got to score in this possession as a tie game is among us. 36-36.
4 minutes, 47 seconds left in this third quarter of action, brought to you by our good friends at Nike, the official apparel outfitter for the Hoophall Classic.
Things go on to the other side as it is Cabrera off the glass and in for two. They take the lead, and that's huge. It's Andujar guarding Vetavelli. Vetavelli at the top of the key facing double team, but finds an open man to now facilitate in the paint. Can't get it to go. It's Ruiz on the board. Gets it to Cabrera now quickly as he looks to take over offensively as they have a 2-point lead using the screen from Ruiz. Spins around, holds on to it, tries to get Ruiz, but Vetavelli steals it onto the other end. He is sprinting on the other side, off the glass, in for two. Tie game, Tony.
Just like that.
Coast to coast, great capitalization on the fast break. Awesome play. Pope Francis back in it. Well, they never left. Both teams never left. This is a really close game.
Absolutely. We'll take this opportunity to do a station identification. We are Focus Springfield.
Focus
Community
Springfield.
Access Television. Look right in that camera right there and say hello to the people out there who
Hello,
are viewing
everybody.
us. We'd like you to subscribe, like, and follow us.
On Instagram, on YouTube, at Focus Springfield. We do a good job at putting stuff on YouTube. So if you do like watching it on TV, but you want to watch a specific part, go on YouTube and look up this game. You will be able to find it, and you'll be able to go to whatever part you want, and that's the beauty of YouTube, as it's just, you know, a database full of all of Focus Springfield's best footage over the last 10, 15 years.
And a correction from earlier, we said Darius.
Yes, we forgot he's a pirate.
Collectively, yeah, so his name is
Darius.
And we'll go back to the action.
We will go back into the action with just under 4 minutes to go, Tony. 38-38, tie game. That timeout was necessary as in basketball, you need a breather. But when these guys are taking a breather, what do you think it is that they need to pull it together for Coach Maldonado's Purple Knights?
Play your game.
Yeah.
Play within, you know, the offense that's being set up. They're getting around, hedging. They're definitely setting the high picks.
Yeah.
And they're
Both
shooters.
teams are facilitating because everyone's
shooters.
scoring.
And you have the big men in the post facing you
yeah.
for the Pope Francis team. And they've been able to contort like we see with Pope Francis coming down. It's an equally matched game. Advantage height-wise, but equaled out by
I agree.
just the sheer tenacity and the dog in them.
The dog in them, for
The
sure.
dog in them for
And
us.
for Pope Francis, I definitely want to personally shout out Jackson Edwards and Sam Mayfield, as the two of them have personally done a great job at rebounding and setting up open opportunities for their teammates, as all game they have been important on both ends. Now for Holyoke, it will be Andujar. And what were you going to say? Sorry.
No, bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay.
Back to the action, we say. Here is Andujar as he is being guarded by Jackson Maurer from Pope Francis. That's been the local matchup. And now bring him guarding Cabrera. Cabrera to Godbolt. Godbolt on the wing, swinging it back to the half-court part. Godbolt deep out on the wing using the screen from Ruiz. Swings it to Cabrera for three. Again, can't get it to go. Rebound attempt not good for the Knights, as once more it's Josh Henry hustling.
Three ball players.
Yeah.
Purple converge on that one ball.
Yes, and it wasn't good enough as Pope Francis gets it back on the jump ball. And now it will be Josh Henry inbounding, and Sam Brigham will bring it down for the Cardinals.
What I love to see here is that both these teams embody their coaches' personalities.
Totally.
Cool as a cucumber was Justin D'Alessio with the Cathedral Panthers at that day in those times.
Oh, yeah.
And Juan Valdez, also known as Juan Maldonado, as I've known him as he's grown up in the Holyoke area and has done plenty of clinics, very supportive of youth basketball, both men and women. Kudos to both these coaches, class acts.
That's important to know, Tony. It's great for the city to know about, the ambassadors of the game that we have. And now back to the action after a Maurer jump shot from Pope Francis. They look to get back into it, and it is Josh Henry with the putback as they are continuing to score and continuing to get that lead going, Tony.
I love watching this brand of basketball, as I was very fortunate to do about 4 years of announcing for the Holyoke Purple Knights at the invitation of then the athletic director, Aaron Patterson. I'd like to thank him for allowing me to do that, as most of my career was doing adult basketball.
Yeah.
And he said, Tone, I know this isn't the Mohegan Sun Arena, and we definitely can't afford to pay you or give you a dressing room. But would you be interested in doing this brand of basketball at this level? And I said, as long as it's for the young people and their development, and hence moving forward, we matriculated into television. And it's the same. When the call comes out, hey, you want to work with Zero? Absolutely. You want to do a couple games for us in the local market? Absolutely. Without question, this is where I want to be. This is where the action is.
Absolutely.
And join us immediately following this game for our game number 3.
Wow, yeah, that's going to be a great night game between Central and is it Putnam?
Yes,
Come
indeed.
on, you can't get better than that, Tony. That's a fantastic way to start things off, or to close the night, but to start things off on our first day. Here at Springfield College, celebrating the Naismith Memorial Hoophall Classic weekend.
Well, la-di-da-di.
La-di-da-di-da. Inbounding it is Cabrera to Andujar. He passes the half-court mark, and it's time to play the game. Andujar gets it to Cabrera. Into the corner is Godbolt. Godbolt shot attempt up. Can't get that lucky bounce. Great rebound from Brigham to sustain the board. Brigham gets it again. He's going to drive. Fully gets it to go smoothly, too. He didn't have a problem taking that coast to coast. And now the score is 44-38, Pope Francis. Just under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter of action. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Pope Francis. So Holyoke will get ball again.
This third quarter of action is brought to you by our good friends at Victory Performance Insoles.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
There was actually on the program, there's a couple guys that are sponsored by Victory. The NBA players that stick out to most people will be Peyton Pritchard. We have Grady Dick. And then a couple other guys that have this insert sole would be Madison Booker, Alex Caruso, RJ Davis, and maybe, Mac McClung, dunk contest winner multiple times. So if you want some cool soles, check those out at victorysoles.com. Spelled VKTRY. Back to the action. Pope Francis has it. 44-38 your score. The pass from Vetavelli to Brigham is miscommunicated, goes out of bounds, and once again, Holyoke will get the ball.
Loving the action there.
Absolutely. It's fast-paced, man. You can't beat that, especially when it's fast-paced with scoring. It's very rare these guys are missing. And that's what I love. I love when both teams score a lot.
I love to watch defense.
Me too. It is a great thing to see for sure. And now for the Knights, it is their standout shooter, Cabrera. Looking to find a basket as King Parilli gets it to go. And now it's Brigham on the other side of things. loses the ball, and Duar picks it up onto the other side, brings it all the way off the glass, in for two. That's a big play right there. I mean, that's just beautiful. I love seeing a complete layup attempt, and to not only draw the foul, but to get that and one is huge.
The two-piece, and now can he
Two-piece.
complete the meal
With a soda.
with a soda?
44-43 would be your updated score, which is not too bad. Cut that 6-point lead now that they were trailing into one, and that's exactly what they do. 44-43 your score with just a minute to go in the third quarter. Here's Maurer. He has it to cross to Brigham. Brigham for three. Can't get it to go. Ruiz rebound. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Cabrera. Crosses the court. Uses the screen from Ruiz. Deep three ball. Can't get it to go. Way off the mark. That goes out of bounds. Maybe wanted a foul call. Doesn't get it. 38 seconds to go. It's Pope Francis ball as they're up by 1 point.
Tell you, there's no hesitation in pulling that trigger.
You know what? That's the win-loss about it. You have to be able to take those shots because you're going to miss them sometimes. Vetavelli does get that bounce pass, thankfully, to stay in. And now it's Maurer with it. Maurer looks, and he finds Vetavelli at the far top. He's going to slow down, and he wants to maybe milk the clock as much as he can. Uses the screen. Stays at the elbow, pulls up for two, can't get it to go. Henry looked to get the rebound, but instead it is Cabrera. He's got 12 seconds to work with. He finished the last quarter with a three to tie it up. What are they going to do now? Down by one, it's Godbolt. They're going to call an out of bounds, and that's crucial. Turnover for the Knights. Cardinals ball up one with 5 to go in the third quarter, Tony.
You settle down here. You got 5 seconds to the
got
end of
enough.
the quarter. You got a 1 point differential. You're looking good.
Don't do
Play
anything
this
dumb.
out. Stay within your offense.
I'm with you for sure. Vetavelli now to cross court, pulls up big time for three, can't get it to go. Was contested heavily. And to end the quarter, Tony, your score 44-43, and it is Pope Francis with the lead.
This is everything the doctor ordered.
This is everything that the doctor
Everything
ordered.
as advertised.
I love
this
it.
would be a barn burner.
It's a barn burner.
It's down to who makes a play, who wants it more, who's willing to put the extra in there. Both teams are well coached. Both teams are equally matched from a physicality
Clearly
standpoint.
8-0 too,
height
yeah.
advantage. Well, I'm excited to see this last quarter of action, and who will be victorious? Who will raise the trophy is the question we're asking each and every one of you
Absolutely.
at home.
We are.
Who will it be?
Who will it be?
Who?
Now you'll see, Tony, I mean, we are entering the fourth quarter with more than 80 total points on the table for us, and that's a lot of scoring. I'm very, very happy. I'm content. I really am, because I love a lot of scoring, as I continue to say. And this has been, like you said, just what the doctor ordered.
And there's no cherry picking.
There's no cherry picking.
been,
No.
Folks lax on defense.
It's
and,
very rare that you're seeing desperate buckets. All of these baskets are very, very formal and intricate.
And that's a testament to the great coaching being done and on display here by both coaching staff.
Absolutely.
Love what we're seeing. Love to see more of this type of basketball throughout the remainder of this 25, season.
I would love it.
And
absolutely.
Go out and support a local team, or go
to
out and
some
see
games.
a game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there's no better time to do it than the winter. It's always great for Western Mass. And again, I am with Tony. I encourage you to enjoy high school sports. Starting things off for the Knights in this quarter is Jordan King-Parilli. Get in the basket, and now Holyoke has the lead. Parili's got 14 of his own, so he's doing a great job getting on the board. The shot attempt is no good, but Vetavelli draws the foul on his putback attempt, and now Vetavelli goes to the line as he has 17 tonight.
At the line, number 33.
Ryan Vetavelli, and as both teams are getting a lot of free throw opportunities, that one no good. I was going to jinx it. I was going to say both teams very good at capitalizing on their free throws, and of course, that one doesn't go in, but that's okay. We'll see how number 2 goes, and That one is good. So that got me back. I feel better now. Tie game. Great basket for Pope Francis. As 45-45 is your score. And it's Cabrera bringing things down for Holyoke as he has had a solid 18 points tonight. It's Godbolt back to Cabrera. Cabrera swings it, but it is tipped by Vettavelli and company. Now it's Maurer. Maurer to Vettavelli. Vettavelli in the corner getting it. That was a great setup to Edwards. I thought that was going to go in, but that's sometimes part of the game. Now, the pass to the corner once more. Jab step used. Not as efficient. Godbolt now to the corner to Cabrera on the pump. Cabrera back to Godbolt, way up top. And I do like to see the comfort of these guys being spacious on the court, using the size of this half court, going all the way back to not only create space for their teammates, but from the defender and get some open shots. The shot attempt from Godbolt is no good. Goes to a rebound from Pope Francis that leads to now an inbound, as it will be Jackson Edwards inbounding for that.
Yeah, Calvin Godbolt is related to, no stranger to the basketball scene here, the Godbolts, both Raz and Champ Godbolt.
Yes.
Of the Springfield Leagues and some professional basketball played
Basketball
right here.
royalty, absolutely, Western Mass. And for the Pope Francis Cardinals, once more is Sam Brigham putting it in on the floater attempt for 13 points for him. Cabrera gets it to Andujar, back to Cabrera. Pulls up deep for 3, can't get it to go. That rebound is now to Brigham as he bounce passes it to Maurer, and Maurer is going to take it slowly to get it to Vettavelli, and now it's Edwards, or Mayfield, sorry.
This just in. Secret weapon. Aiden Cabrera eats M&Ms before every game.
No kidding.
In every practice.
I like that. And to think that Aiden Cabrera, the leading scorer in today's game right now, he's a sweet tooth. He's a sweet tooth. Maybe his stomach doesn't get negatively affected. And there it is. Speaking of the devil, the M&Ms help him get another steal. And now Holyoke looks to push the momentum on the other end. It's Andujar on the wing. Gets it to Cabrera.
And that message was not endorsed by the American Dental Association.
That was not, yes, that is courtesy of Juan Maldonado, not his dentist. That is a great fun fact. I love that. And it's even better because it's such a pivotal player with such a funny fun fact. Do you like peanut M&Ms, regular M&Ms, or do you not really care? You like them all?
I'm a almond,
yeah.
pistachio.
I like peanut M&Ms. Those are my favorite, the yellow bag. It's the best. Pistachios are great. My dad, we got him the pistachios with no shells for Christmas in his stocking. Good gift for sure.
Oh, yeah. Brain food for me at
Brain
this point.
food.
I've kind of moved away from the sweeteners and added sugars to add on the walnuts.
I love
and
cashews.
pecans. Oh,
Cashews are great. I
roasted,
really like cashews.
lightly salted.
Absolutely. Salted for sure.
Yeah.
And Ruiz gets both free throws to go, Tony. That's big for Holyoke. And now Pope Francis looking to get another lead as the game is tied. Edwards trapped but finds Vettavelli. Vettavelli to push it to bring him in the corner. Bring him back to Vettavelli. Great movement as the block is going to draw a foul. That's just great ball play for both teams, but really, Pope Francis is able to get in their head with that. And the anticipation for sure.
Oh, yeah. Good heady play right there.
Absolutely. And in the fourth quarter, Tony, we've got just over 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. There's a lot of ball left. There's a lot of ball game left for sure. And
speaking of ball, tonight's game ball is brought to you by Spalding. The VT 1000.
Incredible. We love Spalding, formerly located in Springfield for the headquarters. And on that was number 23, Sam Mayfield, getting it to go for Pope Francis to make the score 49-47. Cabrera now has it deep once again. He's going to swing it into the paint. Ruiz in no man's land gets it to go for 2 all by himself. Vettavelli to bring it down now. Guarded by Andujar. Puts his back to him to get some space. 3 men on him. Ruiz is there. Great defensive presence from the Knights to scoundrel him in the paint.
Alternating possession, the ball will go over to the Purple Knights.
Right back to the Paper City.
A foul is charged.
Another foul called, like Tony says. I mean, in both games that we have commentated, this game is less foul affected, which is good.
Exactly.
I don't like seeing the bonuses too much because then it's just slow free throws. And now Cabrera finds his man Andujar in the corner, can't get the pump off enough in time. To the basket.
They're
was
big
King
down
Parilli,
here.
but not able to get it. Vetavelli on the board. They're going to draw another foul, and that's big as that looks to be number 4 for King Vetavelli, or Jordan King Parilli.
Yeah, that's more of a frustration foul.
Yeah, it is.
But you got to keep your head in the game, compose yourself, and just play on through.
Absolutely.
Adversity will arise.
And as they mentioned, I seem to have jinxed it, as that is the 5th team foul. So they're getting in the bonus, which isn't fun for both teams. Well, actually, it's very fun for Pope Francis, but not fun for Holyoke. As Vetavelli's first free throw is no good off the mark, that's big for them. Definitely makes them a little happier.
Well, spanning the crowd, looking around, and just seeing so many of the locals who've come out to support both of these teams, and in anticipation of game number 3, where the Beavers,
the main event,
will be in action against the Springfield Golden Eagles. 3-point basket.
That's a great play from Andujar to set up a great 3 attempt and make. Now the score is 52-50 for the Knights as they have a nice lead. Vetavelli avoiding all that traffic, getting it to Brigham for 3! Sam Brigham with another basket. That's crazy. 16 for him tonight, and both teams really having multiple scorers. It's great to see that.
And again, just a 1-point differential with 3 minutes and 50 seconds
Great game.
left in this contest here. You couldn't ask for a better game than this.
I am with you. I mean, for Holyoke, you've got Jordan King Parilli, and you have Aiden Cabrera putting up double-digit points. Parilli has 14, Cabrera has 18. Then for Pope Francis, Vetavelli with 19, and then Brigham with 16. So it's definitely a balanced outing for both teams, as like you said, 1-point lead shows it's a tight game. And we're just over 100 total points, as this is a high-scoring fashion game.
We're spanning the crowd, and we're seeing local celebrities who are taking in their room from the bird's eye view up there. You know, money to be made, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, something's going on. Some business calls. Who knows? Money's calling. And with just under 4 minutes to go in this game, I'm very curious into how the last minute's going to unfold. I love fast-paced basketball, but the closer the game, the more preservative you're going to see teams be. So we'll see how this changes the scaling of things.
Is it the birthplace of basketball? Will it be the Paper City victorious, as both these undefeated teams at 8-0 have 3 minutes and some change left in this contest? Back to the action. I'm Tony Petaway. I'm joined by
Ciro Zanetti.
And we are Focus Springfield.
Nice coasters. And Cabrera now has it. Pass in the court, guarded by Vetavelli. Going to swing it out to Andujar, guarded by Maurer. Andujar bounces it to Ruiz on the wing. Ruiz finds Cabrera on the handoff. He brings it all the way. Whistle drawn, foul on the floor. Or no, I can't tell what the call is. I saw one official do this.
I thought he was a member of the Floaters.
Yeah, I know, right? What the heck?
Temptations with the
That's the nice dance. I love that dance.
Or the spin, or dryer cycle.
Exactly, yep.
But we're having fun. We're asking you to continue to do the same, as it's basketball at its finest here at the Springfield Blake Arena.
Blake Arena. It's great to have this be the home of the Hoophall Classic. Cabrera's shot no good, and Vetavelli on the board. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Deflection, but he gets it back to the basket. Can't get it to go. The ball is flying. Mayfield and Edwards fighting for it. and timeout is called as Pope Francis has an opportunity to collect their thoughts.
Looking at this game, we're looking at the guard play.
Yeah.
Looking
Lot
at the
of guard play.
A lot of guard play, a lot of tenacity by both the point and shooting guards and the slashers in terms of what you have in your undersized forwards in this offense. When you talk Holyoke, the advantage height-wise, again, it's in your face.
It's in your face.
They're giants down there. And for them to contend and stay in the game rebound-wise.
Absolutely.
And just be a point differential.
And that's what it's been like this whole game. It's just been
point.
a constant chase.
It hasn't been more than 6 points
No,
differential.
no.
At any point in this game.
It's such a it's a chase. This whole game has been a chase between these two teams, and it's such an entertaining game right now.
Well, as the faithful are here, no one's going anywhere, nor are we. We ask you to do the same as we will bring the conclusion of this one, and we will prepare for game number 3.
Game
I'd
number
like to
3.
Shout out Lorenzo Gaines, who will be joining you, as I will
Absolutely.
enjoy
Be hitting
some
the hay?
basketball.
You're gonna watch it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. That will be a fantastic game, and I cannot wait to call that one, my friend.
And we'd like to also thank our gracious hosts and some of the many majors that are offered here, more than 40 undergraduate majors that will change and challenge you to grow intellectually and personally. That's Springfield College, Springfield, Massachusetts, the birthplace of basketball and home of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Check it out if you have the time. And, of course, back to the action. Bedavelli's shot was no good. The Knights have another opportunity to take a lead as the ball goes loose. The Cardinals take it, but they were not able to bring it back. And now they get the possession once more on a miss. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Cardinals ball. It's a little hectic possession there.
Yeah, there was a meeting mid-air on that one. I tell you,
Yes,
at the apex,
yes.
both of them were in their full jump.
Absolutely.
What you want to see.
That is what you want to see. Mayfield inbounds it to Bedavelli, their star for the night with 19 points, leading the game. Bedavelli at the top of the key to Brigham. Brigham to Edwards. Edwards to Maurer. Maurer to Mayfield. Mayfield to the basket. Draws the foul. And that's going to send them to the line. That's a great play right there.
That's
and
what
has
you
another
need more
opportunity
of
to
if
increase
you're-
that lead.
That's what you need more of if you're Pope Francis. Feed
Absolutely.
that post.
It's a safe
Use
way
that
to continue
advantage.
winning.
Absolutely.
It's very safe, especially if you've got the size.
What do you do now if you're Coach Maldonado?
Well, you definitely want to look at the time. You do not want to send your boys off to have timeless possessions. Or mindless possessions. Make sure that each possession you're doing something that isn't going to, be regretted. Don't turn the ball over. Take your time. You have 2 minutes, and you don't want to let it get past a 2-point possession or a two possession lead, because then you're going to start getting scurvy in the last minute, and that is not a comfortable position. They're down 3. They find Ruiz in the paint, and is he going to take it in? Gets it off the glass, but doesn't get it to go.
Great shot, though.
Great
That's the
shot
shot
attempt,
you
just
want.
far off to the right, it seemed. And now Maurer has it, slowing things down. And for the Cardinals, it's Mayfield back to Maurer. Maurer on the far right wing. Now to the top of the key, it's Brigham. Brigham to Mayfield. Mayfield pump fake. It's swatted, and Duhar steals it unintentionally. Cabrera has it now to bring it to the other side. Beautiful drive. That was a great drive. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. Beautiful play right there for Aiden Cabrera.
1 minute, 23 seconds,
This is a tight game.
52.
A lot can happen in a minute and 23 seconds, Tony.
Let's see, cash money. No
The
Bitcoin
first
there.
one, the first one is good, and now cuts that deficit just a little more. And the second one is up and
Cash
good.
money, no
There you go.
Bitcoin here.
No Bitcoin here. It is a 1-point game for the Knights, and they need to make sure that they don't let themselves get out of this. A timeout is called, which can be beneficial to both teams. Get a little breath of fresh air, maybe drink some of the sponsored Gatorade, or just talk over what we got to do to win this game.
Absolutely. As we look to who's fatigued, and the question will be who's conditioned. Will those suicide, laps
Will they pay
and
off?
running on your own outside of the gym, that weight training,
Yes,
come
conditioning.
in, and of course diet and getting proper
Absolutely.
rest, all essential parts
It all
of a
adds.
successful
All adds.
program. You definitely want to stretch. The cramping at this point is something that is a reality.
It's a real problem, too, because, I mean, you do not want to even picture your best player cramping up mid-play. But it happens, Tony. It happens, and that's why you bring it up. It's a great thing to be on the lookout for. As we are almost ready for our main event, we still have 1:23 left in this action-packed game between the Holyoke Purple Knights and the Cardinals of Springfield's Pope Francis. For the Cardinals will be Edwards to inbound. The Knights will have a trap set up as Vettavelli gets it back to Edwards. Edwards to Vettavelli. Vettavelli will cross, guarded by Andujar.
Man-to-man defense. And
The
that's
defense
what you
is
want.
there, but he's able to stick with it. Slows it down and gets it to Mayfield in the wing. Mayfield doesn't have anybody really near him now as Ruiz steps up. And Brigham goes to catch, and there's a big-time collision mid-pass between Godbolt and Brigham. Brigham gets up, Godbolt does not, as he seems to have maybe had the wind knocked out of him. As it's a sensitive region, that stomach area, when you get hit there.
Oh, yeah. The recovery time is far less for these younger athletes who are conditioned. If I got hit like that, I'd still be down.
I agree. If I got hit like that, I still would be seeing black. Woo! Woo! You got to take a couple deep breaths, Well, now these guys are granted a little time off to gain their stamina back. As you brung up earlier, you brought up the word fatigue. It's a great term in the sport of basketball, as it really does make a player how easy you get fatigued. And a lot of these players have great cardio, where you have players scoring more than 15 points, and that's great to see. Multiple players scoring 50 points is my point. Let's bring him at the line. His first attempt is up and no good, so now it stays a 1-point game. That's huge. That's huge.
It may come back to haunt you.
That might come back to haunt you, because Holyoke's been great with 3-point plays.
And the crowd gets into it.
The crowd gets into it, but it doesn't stop them there, as that second free throw is good. They've got just about a minute left in this game. Down by 2, it's Cabrera. Cabrera has 20 tonight. He finds King in the corner to go.
And he's fouled.
That's just a great play right there from Jordan King Parilli. So simple, but so efficient. Gets the foul and gets the basket. Tie game, Tony. And now they get to go to the line. And as I mentioned, here's a 3-point play setup.
The importance of this free throw.
This is the most important shot.
Will this be the shot heard around town?
Will this be the shot heard around town? 51.9 seconds to go. It's Cabrera's shot. He's got 20 tonight. Or not Cabrera, sorry, King Parilli. Shot is no good. The rebound attempt is off the hands of number 22, Jackson Edwards. That's got to be a heartbreaker for Pope Francis. Can't haul in the rebound, and Maldonado's going to call a timeout.
And we'll come up here to
Perfect.
our expensive seats. Well, we'll talk a little shop as the plot thickens. 50 seconds and 2/10 of a second remain in this. The question is, who will it be?
I don't know. I really don't. I can't even give you a prediction right now, as this game is just going on both ends of the spectrum. I mean, there has been leads from Holyoke, and there's been leads from Pope Francis, and both teams, they got me beat, man. I can't pick. How about you?
I'm just going to enjoy this
I'm
one
going to enjoy as well.
and call it like I see it.
Alrighty. I mean, the thing, too, is we have had 4 quarters of non-stop action. These last 3 minutes, we've had a little breathing time, which has been beneficial to the players. But other than that, this has been a crazily fast-paced performance from both teams.
We'll take this opportunity to thank the Army National Guard for their
Once again, yes.
sponsorship. And, of course, we'd like to recognize, commend, and salute those who have served.
Absolutely.
And memorialize those who have given the ultimate sacrifice of their lives in service of this country. And, of course, those who are currently serving.
100%.
And to our vets, hats off to you.
We thank you. We truly thank you. And we appreciate all that you have done, allowing us to enjoy so many aspects of this country. Now back to the action. We will see Andujar inbound for Holyoke as they are tied. Quick pass to Cabrera as he goes back out to restart the play. Cabrera calls for a pick from Ruiz. Ruiz doesn't roll yet. He brings it all the way himself instead. High basket attempt, and instead, that's going to be called out of bounds because it hit the top of the basket where the shot clock is.
He had the right idea.
He
Go
did.
to the basket.
He did. That was a great
Draw
setup.
the foul.
He just
Roll
didn't
to the
follow through
basket.
that well.
Take the free throws.
And now as they're looking to get an inbound,
They're
charged with a timeout, as that is the final timeout for Pope Francis, I believe.
The clock continues to thicken.
It continues to thicken as we're once again put in the opportunity at a timeout break. We also have the camera time now. Thank you for that. I love being on camera. But with 38.9 seconds to go, Tony, we have a tie game, and that's how it's been this whole game. I mean, it's been close. We haven't really seen a staggering lead. And what I mean by that is a lead with confidence. We haven't seen either team be that much better than the other team. They're so close right now.
And if you look to the clock now, you're equally scored at 56-56.
Evenly scored.
But look at the shot clock and the game clock. Just a 3-second differential.
So that possession's huge.
That possession is huge at this point.
It's a great thing to point out, because if you've got just 3 seconds of game left, you got to milk it. You've got to milk it. No matter what, no matter how that goes in any direction, you just have to.
So who's your hot hand if you're going to Pope Francis?
If I'm Pope Francis, I want Vettavelli to have the ball in the corner. I want to get him open in the closest opportunity possible. He's probably a little more tired, so I don't want him taking a deep shot on the wing. I want to facilitate and get him open in the corner, and they can do that. Inbounding will be Josh Henry for the Cardinals.
Man-to-man defense is applied.
Great call. And they get it into Brigham. Bringham's got some time, but he's going to want to cross wisely. He's guarded by Andujar. Brigham moves to the left. And now he's going to just dash into the paint. Can't finish. They grab the rebound. It's Henry. Now Maurer has it. Maurer's going to fake the kick and now holds on to it. Still is Maurer, using the screen from Mayfield. He's going to roll for a floater, can't get it to go, and it's Cabrera with the pivotal rebound. There's 7 seconds left. Cabrera's going to have to do something, but instead, Maldonado strategically calls a timeout.
We have ourselves a game here.
This is huge. This is huge, Tony.
Now, they had every opportunity.
Every opportunity.
Every opportunity.
Every
the
opportunity.
defense comes up big in this one. You have less than 6
They milked the clock, like
seconds.
you said, too, and they still didn't have it in their way.
What are you drawing up now if you're Coach Maldonado?
Well, we've seen them really, I mean, if you look at their most efficient plays, it's been by the 3-ball. So I think Pope Francis may be expecting that. Get in the paint. Do what you can. You've got a big, lanky guy in Ruiz. Get the ball to Ruiz. Get that basket. You've got 5 seconds left. If they score, you're pressing and you're hoping to walk out victorious.
So you're saying bring it into Chauncey.
Yes.
Who's named after Big Shot.
Yep,
Chauncey
Mr. Big
Billups.
Shot. Yes, sir.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what Mr. Big Shot does. 5.9 seconds. They will have the inbound. They'll be on a nice, comfortable position on the court. And it's a tie game, Tony. All they have to do is score. All they have to do is score.
Draw the foul and they win by a free throw?
Well, you can do that, truthfully, yes. But, I mean, is that going to be the way that this goes? Who knows? We have 5 seconds.
That's why I love this game.
It's so unpredictable.
56.
So
5
unpredictable.
seconds and 9/10 of a second remain.
The crowd's loving it, too. We see many, many folks getting
are
their
on
butts
their
up.
feet. They're on their feet.
Absolutely.
As we have been the entire game.
Yeah, no, literally. I haven't taken a seat since the game started, and you haven't either. It's been a very easy watch, as this is great basketball.
Boy, the music has risen.
It has
in
risen.
our ears.
This is music to my ears, Tony. It will be Cabrera on the inbound for this huge possession for Holyoke. They're not even looking on the inbound attempt as the miscommunication is there. Brigham, 4-3, can't get it to go. Put back attempt, no good. This is going into overtime, Tony. What an incredible end in the most heartbreaking fashion for both teams.
But it went to who we anticipated. It was
went to who we
intended for
anticipated.
Chauncey,
Yes,
but his back
he
was
wasn't
turned.
looking. Miscommunication, that is huge. Miscommunication in the last second.
And 3 attempts on this end.
Wow. 3
Unsuccessful,
attempts?
so
Oh my goodness. And there was one more right before the buzzer sounded that they wanted to get up, and that probably would have been the shot, but they didn't have the time, unfortunately. And wow. 2 games in a row, we get 4 extra minutes, Tony. So this is huge. I mean, this has totally been one of the most lively games I've called in a long time.
I would have to second that.
Yeah, this has been action-packed to the T, to the nines. I mean, there's no beating around that bush. This is a great game for sure. And I mean, one thing that I will say about the Eagles is they have, or not the Eagles, sorry, about the Cardinals, is they have so much to gain, but so do the Knights. You know what I mean? This isn't 2 undefeated teams that are able to test each other this deeply going into overtime.
I love it as you set it up for the overtime period. 4 minutes of post-regulation basketball.
4 minutes.
It's anyone's game. Advantage, they're the same. Both teams are a little more tired, and we'll see what conditioning. It will fatigue set in.
We will see that. And now on the tip-off is Ruiz and Mayfield. 2 trees, as you mentioned earlier. Tip-off goes to the Pope Francis Cardinals, and it's Vettavelli to start things off. We are in the extra time, overtime, as we know it, with the score being 56-56. In for Pope Francis is Noah Davis. Now it's Brigham. Brigham to the paint, now to the wing is Maurer. Maurer holds onto it, loses it again. Holyoke fighting for it with 3 of their players. Presence felt.
I love the tenacity as they converge. There's
Yes.
always 3
Yes.
who are on
You're
that
right.
one individual who's
Always.
on the ground, holding
Holyoke's
on to
doing
that
a great
ball
job
for
at
dear
that.
life.
Absolutely.
That's coaching.
That is great coaching. Cabrera now has it off the inbound from Fasoli. Cabrera on the other end, quick hand off to King Parilli. Parilli turnaround handoff. Attempt no good. Ruiz grabs the rebound. His shot is no good, but he's called for a foul. He goes to the line. This will be big. Tie game still. 3 minutes to go, Tony.
Question is at this point, will it be Cash App or cash?
What?
Cash App or cash?
Cash App or cash. We want cash, cold hard cash.
No Bitcoin
No
here.
Bitcoin, no digital currency. Ruiz gets the first one to go, and that is the first lead change since overtime has started. I couldn't believe that this game went into overtime. I mean, that was such a left field finish. The miscommunication on the inbound, and then multiple misses to at least let them get their other
Cash is
opportunity.
in on
and there
both
it
of
is.
those.
Both shots good. There you go. It's
2-point
Brigham now.
differential. It's anybody's ball game.
It is anybody's ball game, Tony. Brigham will be guarded by Cabrera. Doesn't see the screen yet. Adapts to it. Now Davis gets it back, and it's Vettavelli. Vettavelli pull up J, no good. Rebound by Mayfield. Mayfield puts it back up for 2, and now he goes to the line with a great setup of his own.
That's what you want out of your big man. Take advantage of
Absolutely.
the size advantage.
Now it's a tie game. It's a huge play. And Mayfield, for the Cardinals, has 12 points tonight. looking to make it 13. As again, both teams have just had multiple great performances, and that's huge in a game as such.
Substitution, Ruiz appears to have
A little limp. As Ruiz is subbed out, they're going to send in Cameron Teresa. Mayfield's attempt is good, and that takes the lead for Pope Francis. With 2 minutes and 55 to go, it's Cabrera. He's guarded by Vetavelli. A great matchup for tonight. Cabrera finding Julian in the corner. Spin around to the top of the key is Cabrera once more, guarded by Vetavelli. Into the corner. Parilli has it. Holds on to it. Noah Davis was locking him up there. And now Fasoli has it. Fasoli swings out to Cabrera. And they can't get it to go with the shot clock violation. And wow, the crowd is being felt. 2 minutes and 20 to go.
That's a heads-up call there.
That is for sure. You got to pay attention.
Great defense. Got to pay attention to those clocks.
Absolutely, and that's been a problem, it seems, is keeping that head in the game and making sure you're not making mind mistakes.
And that's a factor of the crowd, too.
100%.
A lot of noise on that one.
It throws you off. And once more, it will be Sam Mayfield to go to the line, drawing the foul. Great play for him, and has the opportunity to increase this lead.
One-point differential. 2 shots for the big man, who's come alive as of late.
And that shot is good. And you're right, he really has been beneficial for not only his performance, but the team in general. Last 3 points now. Make it 4.
2-point differential, 2 minutes. And some change left in this one, this overtime period.
61-58 your score. Cabrera has it guarded by Vetavelli once more. He's going to drive. They call the foul. And for the Knights, this will send them to the line. So beneficial for them. Have an opportunity to cut the lead a little bit, as it is a 3-point play, or a 3-point deficit. First shot is good, as it is now 61-59. Cabrera's second shot is good. And now it's a 1-point game, Tony, with 1 minute and 59 to go. It is Brigham now for Pope Francis. He's got 17 tonight. He's going to get across the court and look to get something going for the Cardinals.
Let's see what they dial up here.
Swings it to Maurer. Maurer uses the Mayfield screen, gets it out to Davis. Davis to Brigham. Brigham shot attempt, no good. Great defense from the Knights. Now Mayfield has it. Holds on to it with a whistle called. Foul on the floor. Or not foul, sorry, turnover. And it will be Holyoke ball.
Yeah, the Holyoke pride is on display here.
It is, yes, absolutely. Solely on the inbound, gets it to Cabrera. Cabrera meets Maurer now. Using the screen, rolling, loses it but gets it back. It's still Cabrera from way downtown, gets the foul but can't get it to go, so he will go to the line. That's a great foul draw right there. 3 foul shots. Not only does it allow them to tie it up, but it allows them to take the lead. So this is a great opportunity for their best scorer.
Yeah, he set that up with his play earlier, with shooting those long-range shots.
Absolutely.
It's not out of character for him to pull up.
No, we've seen that exact shot.
That. He pulled up and it was contested.
Great setup, and I also love to see the LeBron 11s on display, as that is a childhood favorite shoe of mine. So to see somebody younger than me wearing those is really cool for Cabrera, as those are a classic. gets the free throw to go to tie things up. 23 points for Cabrera.
Can he bring them ahead?
He can,
And does.
as now he has the opportunity to make it a 2-point lead, which is truthfully just a great opportunity and even better capitalization.
Let's see if he makes the vintage three-point play.
The 3-point play is good. 63-61 your score now, as Pope Francis has to get back in the game. It's Brigham bringing it down for them.
Over 1,000 points scored already.
For Brigham.
Brigham's
Vetavelli shot no good. It's going to be a rebound from, that's a great King Pirelli rebound, but now going out of bounds off of Holyoke. King Pirelli looks for Andujar, can't hold it in. Now the Cardinals have it with just under a minute to go. So they can look to milk that clock a little bit to leave a little over 20 seconds of game time left.
It's heads-up basketball from here out.
It is. It absolutely is. You just have to know what you're doing here. There's a steal from Cabrera. Beautiful stop. And there's going to be a foul, and that is just great basketball energy and tenacity. And IQ.
This fourth quarter action brought to you by our good friends at Nike, the official outfitter of the Hoophall Classic 2025. I'm here at the top of it all with my man,
Ciro Zanetti. And of course,
Tony Petaway.
Tony Petaway is with us. And I'm so happy to be here. It's so cool to once again celebrate the Hoophall Classic with Focus Springfield. Cabrera's attempt is good. They're up 3. Now, that one no good. There was no rebound attempt from Holyoke. You have to look at that. As Pope Francis was anticipating the miss, that's got to be beneficial for them. It's Vetavelli on the other end. It's a 3-point game with 40 seconds to go. It's going to be the last timeout called by Coach
This
Justin
is what
Balacio.
you want.
This is what you want.
This
yes.
is what you want.
40 seconds left.
You have the ball inside.
3-point ball
in front
game
of your
is tough,
bench.
though.
You
This is
can
a tough
call
game.
out commands. You can call out coaching and switching.
Absolutely, you're right.
This
yeah.
is what you want if
It's a
you're
great position for him.
Pope Francis.
Coach Delicio has that opportunity, and we'll see if that is capitalized after this timeout. But Tony, we've only got 40 seconds left. I mean, this is going to be a really, really quick ending, and we'll see how this goes.
With 25 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yes.
So, as we pan around and we get an opportunity to see the many fans and well-wishers and supporters of both these programs, and those who are fans of the sport that has grown exponentially over the last decade or so with global ramifications. I mean, they're playing basketball in Brazil,
Yeah.
Iceland.
Yeah, I know. It's all over
Australia.
the place. It's crazy. It's awesome, though, because I don't even want to say it's crazy. It's beautiful, you know? It's the game. Now the timeouts are done. Tony, it's game time. 39.9 seconds to go here in overtime. Your score 64, Holyoke 61, Pope Francis. On the inbound will be Jackson Edwards. Today he's got 2.
And back to the action.
Edwards on the inbound to Vetavelli. Vetavelli going to hand off out to Davis. Davis to Brigham. Brigham swings it back to Davis. Davis to Vetavelli on the pump. Takes the 3 from way downtown and gets it to go! 64-64 tie game.
Bang, bang.
Vetavelli once more with 22 points. And now Cabrera on the other side of things. Beautiful layup off the glass. No good. Crowd erupting. And a
What a game!
And that is
What
once
a
more
game!
Jordan King Pirelli.
What a game!
Jordan King Pirelli and 1.
Woo! Big shot on the other
Wow.
end for
In for
Pope
2.
Francis.
Wow.
And just a lot of razzle-dazzle and just heads up
Wow.
headiness,
Incredible.
being in the right place at the right time.
What a play, and what a way to keep your head grounded after such a devastating dagger from Ryan Vetavelli. And that shot is good, converts it, 3-point game. They've got 6 seconds. It's Brigham. Brigham using the screen instead rolls differently, takes the
He
shot,
makes
gets
it!
it to go!
He makes it! He makes it!
Bang!
He
I
makes
can't
it!
believe it! I could not have predicted that.
What a
A
game!
three-man with the three-point
Get a shot of this
play
crowd
into
going
another
crazy.
Section 3.
Show this
Incredible.
crowd. It is
Incredible.
pure basketball heaven up in
Incredible.
here.
Double
The
overtime.
folks are losing their absolute
Double
basketball minds up in here.
Wow.
Wow. I tell you,
Double overtime.
double overtime.
A dagger
You
from
cannot
Sam Brigham, the
ask for a
1,000-point
better
scorer.
game from two equally coached teams.
Incredible, Tony.
8-0, 8-0.
Wow.
67, 67.
I'm sweating.
And now, yet another overtime period. Don't
Two
you go
overtimes.
anywhere. We're having way too much fun. We're asking that you do the same at home. The
Absolutely.
question still remains. Who is it going to be?
Who? I don't know, Tony. I mean, I am so sweaty right now. That was such a left field moment. I'm still processing the emotions as Vetavelli hit a heartbreaking three that was met by a great King Pirelli turnaround three-point play that was met by an even better dagger from none other than the 1,000-point scorer, Sam Brigham, who tonight has 20 points of his own behind Vetavelli's 22 and behind Cabrera's 26.
It has brought the crowd to its feet.
Unreal. Tony, 4 more minutes, tip-off underway. Pope Francis looks to win, but instead Cabrera recovers it. Cabrera crosses quickly into the paint, off the glass.
Oh! The
and one.
two-piece in the soda!
He's going to drink that Coke and enjoy it, and maybe after the game have some more
Filet.
M&Ms.
Filet.
Get that guy
is
a
on
bag of
display.
M&Ms, Tony.
I tell you, get him a bag of Lay's.
Filet. There you go. Cabrera once more scoring at 28 points tonight. Looking to convert that three-point play. Can't get it to go. And there is the board for Pope Francis. It was Edwards. Brigham has it now as he crosses. Guarded by Cabrera. Doesn't use the screen. Gives it out to Davis. Davis to Vetavelli on the fake. Fakes the screen usage into the paint, pumps, draws the foul. He's going to the line, Tony. That's a great play, setting
play.
up the opportunity to tie things up again.
Got them both the leapfrog.
Yes, absolutely. And for Vetavelli, he has 22 tonight, looking to make it 24. And again, looking to get his team back into things, as that's just a crazy way to start off the additional overtime. Cabrera with a beautiful drive, quickly in traffic, and an air ball as the crowd is letting him hear that. 'Cause that's just the nature of a game like this. I mean, this is such a game.
Conditioning. Double overtime. He's played the majority of the minutes tonight. Fatigue has to set in at some point.
Gets that one to go, and it's a 1-point deficit for them. You're right, Tony. Fatigue sets into play in that double overtime. We need to be literal here. Vetavelli on the interception as if it's football. Euro step to the basket, draws the foul. That's pretty basketball. That's a great play to set up another opportunity.
Is it a redemption song?
Is this his redemption song? We will see. I mean, it was just a great defensive play from Vetavelli to keep his head in the game, not look anywhere else but the ball. Doesn't get that shot to go, though, unfortunately. So now he looks to just tie it up for Pope Francis. 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Vetavelli's second attempt up and good. It is a tie game. Cabrera quickly receives the inbound, gets it back to Andujar, back to Cabrera. Cabrera to Andujar. Back to Cabrera. To cross the court. Into the paint. Beautiful opening, and that is great basketball. He finds Cameron Teresa with
basketball IQ.
With no problem.
Basketball IQ.
Finds the open man with no problem. Cameron Teresa off the bench, replacing their star Ruiz. Now putting in a great play and going to the line. This is huge for Holyoke. 71-69 your score. This could be a 3-point game for them if they get this to go. Free throw up, no good. Rebound attempt from Cabrera, not good. And now it's Edwards. Edwards gets it to Brigham, and Brigham is going to slow it down. Brigham gets it to Davis.
55
Just
remains.
under 3. And now it's Mayfield in the paint, swings it around, put back attempt, number 2 is good. Don't give up, Tony, keep it going. Tie game, 2:40 to go. Cabrera to Andujar, to Cabrera to Andujar. And now it's King Parilli, back to Andujar, to Cabrera. Uses the screen for a deep 3, no good. And it's Vettavelli on another rebound. They draw the foul, and that's big. I mean, that is a deep 3 attempt. You gotta say, in double overtime, that is a large step back from the 3-point line that I don't know if I approve taking. But he has made a couple of them, so you know you gotta have the confidence.
Yes.
You gotta have the confidence.
You got a capital C in confidence
True,
there.
true.
So
True.
if that went, I mean, that buckles knees.
Oh my gosh, I know. Vettavelli now gets that first one to go as he is enjoying the line today.
Right.
Tonight in this period of the game. 25 of his own. The Cardinals have another lead with 2:20 to go in this ball game. Vettavelli's second attempt, no good, but it's going to be Brigham with an easy rebound. And now there is another foul, and now another great shooter's going to the line. That's how this game unfolds, Tony.
And just like that, 72-71. 2:18 left in this double overtime.
What a game.
Double overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Those you just joining us, we're here live.
Incredible game as Brigham gets his first free throw attempt good and improves that nice little lead to 2 points now.
We're here at Blake Arena on the campus of Springfield College for the Hoophall Classic.
In case you're just tuning in now, into this wonderful game, Brigham gets the second one to go. It is now a 3-point game. It's Andujar to Cabrera, back to Andujar, back to Cabrera. And they're doing good with swinging it back and forth. And they're going to call a timeout, get it across court. Both coaches want to use those timeouts.
You can't take them with you.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly.
Yeah, you can't take them with you.
Might as well just use them.
You know, you never see a hearse behind a U-Haul.
No, you don't. You do not. You cannot get those guys in there.
Or a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Yeah,
however that goes.
However the heck it goes.
Don't put the cart before the horse or the horse before the cart.
Yes,
Which
exactly.
one?
I don't even know. You got me going, man.
I love it. We're having way too much fun.
Way too much fun. 2 minutes and 7
and
seconds.
We're encouraging you to stick and stay with us.
Don't go anywhere.
For game number 3. Tonight's game was brought to you by Morgan Stanley, Panini, Trading Cards, Spalding, the official game ball. They use the Precision TF1000.
Ooh. Not the T8 1000, like the Terminator?
Yeah. And, of course, our title sponsor on this evening, the Army National Guard. We'd like to thank them for all that they do and the opportunities that they provide.
Absolutely.
And, of course, our favorite museum in all the land.
The one, the only.
The Basketball Hall of Fame. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
And Gatorade, the official soft drink of the Basketball Hall of Fame. And, of course, this wonderful tournament that they put on. And you made some really good references to the victory performance insole and some of the many who endorsed that great product.
Absolutely. So now back to the action, getting things going for this final overtime period. Just under 2 minutes to go. It's King Parilli swinging it out back up top to Andujar, back to King Parilli, who brings it very quickly and efficiently. That's size that you can't teach, man. He was able to go from the wing to the paint in 3 steps and make it look that easy and swiftly and smoothly. It's a 1-point game, and now he has the opportunity to tie it up. That's how you get 3-point plays. And, I mean, that's what he's been doing all game, and it's really working for him as he's now got 21 points tonight.
What I really like is that the coaches are using their benches.
Yes, I'm with you.
Number 5 now joined the lineup for Holyoke. Aiden Cabrera comes back out.
Back in, yes.
And to see the resting of Gobbo, the resting of Ruiz.
Yes, that's huge.
Giving others
2 great players resting easily. And now for Pope Francis, they swing it into the paint. It's Mayfield, and this foul is called. That's going to send again to the line. And the foul is going to be called on number 3, Cameron Teresa. For Pope Francis, it's Mayfield going to the line. He's a junior. First attempt is good, takes the lead again. And both teams, to their advantage, have been pretty darn good at capitalizing on the free throws, as this has been a pretty foul-heavy game, as the bonus has been both teams' friend. As I jinx it, that shot is no good. Holyoke gets the rebound, and it's Andujar. He's going to most likely kick it out to Cabrera, as Cabrera is going to look to pass it out to Julian, and now swings it back out to Cabrera.
20 seconds on the shot clock.
Cabrera using the screen, but rolls to the left. Goes to the basket aggressively, and that's a huge rebound from Edwards with now just over a minute to go in this ball game, Tony. Here's Brigham crossing. Huge game for him. Guarded by.
We're under a minute.
It's Fasoli guarding Brigham.
Each foul will reward free throws for each of these teams in this
Great thing to
double
let them know.
overtime period. So what's it going to be? 45 on the game clock, 10 seconds.
As Tony mentions, a foul brings up a free throw shot, so that's going to be huge for Pope Francis to draw an on-the-ground foul and get the opportunity to increase this lead. He's got 2 shots. That shot is no good, and that's a tough miss. That's a real tough miss. As the crowd is stomping the bleachers, they look to distract him, but they can't as he gets that one to go. 76-74 your score with 40 seconds to go. Cabrera looking to get it across court. He gets it out. Fasoli gets it back, and they're going to call a timeout. Very, very strategical play.
Yeah, he tipped it.
He did tip it.
It's not a illegal dribble or a
travel or double, whatever they wanted it to be. I mean, like you said, you're not going to go anywhere with those timeouts, so you might as well call them when you can, and that is definitely a play where you want to do that. I can't even hear the song.
We're having so much fun. We'd like to thank our crew who's held it all together.
As always.
As the director of this evening in this game, Josue Vasquez is joined by Yesenia Almonte, George Anderson, Alejandro Carmen, in Darius Johnson,
Bobby Markham.
And I am Tony Pettaway, and I'm joined by
and Bobby Markham, of course.
And Mr. Markham is on the line.
The one, the only, 22 News. And now for both teams, they have this grace period to collect their thoughts, collect their breath. But now this is what they live and die for. 34 seconds to go, 76-74. It is Pope Francis game, and it is Holyoke ball. On the inbounds, Fasoli quickly. Now Cabrera has it. He gets it to Andujar. And now Holyoke in the corner. They set up an open 3 attempt, but it was no good for Teresa. Foul called, and that's huge. I mean, that is just not the play that they wanted. I don't think that they really should have taken that shot. Vedavelli is sent to the line as he has 25 tonight, looking to increase this lead and maybe put a stamp on it. First attempt is no good. This is huge. As they have a 2-point lead, it can now be a 3-point lead.
He's played a lot of minutes.
He has played a lot of minutes. This whole game, it feels like. Second shot is good. They're going to quickly get it into Cabrera. Cabrera to cross the court. Final timeout called, and that is going to be another grace period for both teams as we are in our second overtime here. This is a long game, my friend.
They had the best opportunity with the three-point shot.
Yeah.
That's what you want to work for with the pressure coming, meeting you at the half.
Into the air ball.
Into a...
Or off the mark,
Off the mark.
It's tough. It's
but
tough.
Hey, great coaching.
Great coaching. Good setup.
Great setup.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's IQ, basketball IQ.
That's all it comes down to.
It's between the eyes, and also it's off the fingertips. It's a game of inches.
It is.
And a game of feet.
Yeah. All that stuff is very true, as we've had multiple minutes of overtime action, and this has been a very intense outing, and I'm very interested to see how both teams contribute in the final 15 seconds of this game.
But don't blink.
Don't blink, my friends. Do not blink. And if you are watching on YouTube, go back and watch the shots for us and enjoy it, as I really want to see that buzzer beater again.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the post-production on this one here.
It's going to be fun for sure.
Yeah.
15.9 seconds to go after the Maldonado timeout. The Knights have an opportunity of a lifetime, down by 3.
As Pope Francis goes big with the big trees.
They have their big guys out.
The Twin Towers.
And now it will be Andujar crossing over, finding his man. It's King Parilli to Cabrera. Cabrera has it to King Parilli again. Dishes it way downtown, but can't get it to go. And that is going to end the game. Ladies and gentlemen, what a ball game between the Holyoke Purple Knights and the Pope Francis Cardinals. Your final score, 77-74. Thank you for joining us here at Focus Springfield. This is Ciro Zanetti, joined by
Tony Petaway.
We're so happy to have you guys. Watch the next one between Central and Putnam, and have a wonderful night.